Alright, here we go with the trash boys coming in versus the Toomies, the scary, spooky, skelly lads. Alright, here we go. Always trying to catch folks. We got a big mob of stuff. Lots. We got Orc Shaman on foot, Brain Busting and all that. Night Goblin War Boss because he's just efficient. My opponents brought a lot of carrions, a lot of terror pieces, a lot of fear, and a lot of dead men. Spear Leech and Doom and Darkness. Doom and Darkness here in combination with all these terror units. And you'll see the terror right now with these scorpions. And if you saw the thumbnail, then you also know there's a Necropolis Knight coming in. Or, not Necropolis Knight. Necrosphinx, there we go. Always confuse these things. But yeah, I like the little combination going on here. So, my opponent's trying to scout out the woods, very smooth. Although I think he just went overboard with the carrions. He understood I was going to have a lot of shooting, and going into the charge against the spears, I think was a bit of a huge... It was a misplay. I mean, charging spears that are braced, it's just not smart. Huge mistake there, just giving me those free units there. And just being a little too over-aggressive, trying to get my... I've done this before, and you'll notice this with newer players, they'll try to snipe a lord out real quick. And even with Spear Leech, it's going to take a long time, and it's just nothing but a bait. And speaking of, with my opponent overextending, his lord's worth more than mine, for sure. I think they're close in cost, but mine's is 1,300. And I think that's because the Goblin War Boss actually got a price decrease a while back. Because I remember him being minimum like 1,450. So that's fantastic. And now he's throwing carrions into the mix here, which probably isn't going to be a deal. He throws skeletons on top of the War Boss, who's on his mount, which has anti-infantry, so he's going to be scared for a second while being surrounded, but then he's going to start chomping. Big Spider Riders, fantastic for dealing with carrions who are just going to, crumble, disintegrate. And I've never really thought about bringing Spider Riders, but in this matchup, they really do make sense. You expect a lot of Boar Boys, but with Spider Riders hitting the carrions, hitting the Skeleton Horsemen, who are the backbone of most Tomb King armies, really helps out a lot. And then any idle units we start shooting down. So yeah, my opponent is just full court press on me. We got 10 more units than him. So yeah, it should be in our favor. He's got a lot going on. He's still trying to Spirit Leech. We own the objective. Here comes that Necrosphinx now to really cause terror. He's probably going to start bullying my units. I got the Shaman here who doesn't like the look of the Necrosphinx, but he's been farming these skellies. And yeah, my opponent's just hell-bent on trying to kill my lord. I just Doom died back here. I could probably just go into the Necropolis Knights and all those with the Spider Riders. Maybe get some shots in with the Orc Boys, and that's probably the better play. But I don't want to... I probably could. Just reform ranks. Definitely weakness there on my end. I'm just trying too hard, actually. Excuse me. Too hard on trying to get Arc in the lag here. Yep, there it goes. He's trying to do that. But we're going to give Anti-Large, hopefully. Maybe Enrage. Maybe Tormentor Sword. Yeah, there it goes. Something. Tormentor Sword to lower the melee attack? Yeah, lower the melee attack. Always confuse the two. Tormentor Sword and the Fermented Fungi. Got some bows here, some Wolf Riders with bows who will, although not the best armor piercing, they will eventually grind down the Scorpions. Although Scorpions I've not been impressed with at all, but it is a nice terror piece. I don't know how much they cost. I'm sure they're like 1,000 maybe for what they're priced at, or for what they're worth at. Because this whole game, they're just sitting there, they're just causing terror. They're not like a Pharaoh Bastillodon, where it's like 650, nice cheap terror-causing unit, or a 750, no items, what are those? The hero unit. The Banshees, there we go. Nice cheap terror there. No, they're just, I think, a bit overpriced for what they're worth. Although you can heal them, but you can heal those units too. So, they don't have their own healing. I mean, like Rev Crystals and Vampire Counts have a plethora of healing options. Necrotech coming in. I like the Necrotech. Necrotech's going to be a bastard. My Goblin War Boss is getting routed, and he's probably going to get chased by those Carrions. Yeah, they're coming in. Necro Sphinx getting blasted there. We're just going to clear off. I could make a play for his home objective, but I've lost too many games where I've sent in just a unit or two and maybe overextended. But I think one unit of boys actually would be more than enough to just, okay, you got to start sending skeletons this way. Maybe Nekar Warriors, something, and try to deal with them. Or I could have them on my objective supported by arrow units and then just do that. Or even just send in the Wolf Riders. But I'm so focused on this Necro Sphinx right now, I have no idea. And my War Boss is going to get killed soon, so I have to be careful not to overextend. And on top of that, yeah, once my Lord pretty much dies, starts rerouting, I have no way of dealing with this. But I'm still hopeful, you know, 27 units to 9. The odds are still in my favor. I number them 3-1, and that's how the Greenskins like it. Lots of these nasty, ugly. Look at this Necro Sphinx. Look at this Necro Rider, Necrotech. He's riding hard on that Charlie. On that chariot. Ooh. So many chariots, so many boys, so many riders. Speaking of riders, here come the Broken Tusk Mob. Hopefully do some damage on that Necro Sphinx, although I don't think they're gonna. I'd have to pull out a number of units, and I'm gonna start doing that right now. Hopefully the board boys can take care of that. I almost got the Necro Sphinx. I should have actually piled in on that. And not realizing how bad things are gonna be. You guys just pay attention, because I actually like the tech my opponent does here. He realizes the Necro Sphinx here is getting surrounded pretty nasty. I'm trying to put as many arrows into it as I can. Hopefully it starts disintegrating, and it is getting pretty low in leadership. Board boys getting a nice charge on those Carrions. Love to see it. Yeah, lads, get them. Get those stinky, smelly Carrions. And yeah, this is a tip from Scarbrand that I got. And it's a pretty good tip. Even though a lot of your units don't have AP in their shooting. I mean, they do have a certain amount of AP, but even though they're low in AP shooting, they're still going to do a lot of damage over time. Especially if you have so many of them. And here's the tech I was talking about. That legendary Doom and Darkness, just getting all those units surrounding there. You have the terror, the fear being caused. And it just starts routing everything here. And I'm just like, I can't control anything here. While I was in there during the game, I was like, this is pretty slick. I like what my opponent's doing here. It's a pretty cool build. But I think if he dropped the Scorpions right now, I think he'd be in a way better position. Maybe get some Chariots in there. I think some Chariots would be fantastic, being able to charge into a lot of my lines, my back line as well. Of course, you still have to deal with the Boar Boys and the Spider Riders just bogging them down, but still, I think it's better than having all these Carrions who are just getting flanked and rear charged and not really adding up to much. Nekar Warriors, pretty good into all my boys. Probably will clean them up unless I shoot them down. And yeah, just lots of backline charges. Can you imagine if he gets another route or two going on with these? How many of my units are going to just pretty much be off the map? Just going to fully route off? That's kind of what was going in my mind. I was like, oh shit, I need to get my Lord now. And I think that's going to be the only way I come back from this, because there's just so much routing going on right now. I'm actually like, am I going to throw this game? He's recapping the third point, the side point here. All my stuff's still routing off because the stinky Sphinx is charging into everything. So, Anakin, my only hope is to summon the War Boss. And I think that's going to come down to it. Even the River Trolls aren't going to be too great here. Jeez. So yeah, he's pushing them back, and here he comes, the hero Gotham needs. The two-boy, and we are ready to go for the Fermented to try to get this thing out of here. All my boys are back into the fight. They see the War Boss. They're like, you know what? I think we can do it. Hope has been restored. We're putting arrows. We're putting everything. And this Sphinx is no more. It's already crumbling, and we're going to get everything going in on it. And now we can go back and try to reclaim. Although we aren't down in points, we still got a lot of time. A lot of time. We still have double the amount of my opponent's units, and look at all these lads just running about. Love it! Everyone loves a good comeback story. I was down and out, but now I'm coming back. We're going to take care of this Necrotech. It's probably why a lot of these terror-causing constructs have been sticking around. And it was probably my mistake not hunting him down earlier. And here we go for a full-on charge. My opponent sees the writing. He's like, I can't let any of these guys get in on this. And you know what? I don't care. We're going to get in here. We're going to cause nothing but trouble. Just a line of green tide coming in. I love it. Speaking of green tide, I was lately, I've been playing green tide to get ready for an RTT. That's 40k for you. And I've been bringing like 100 models, and it feels so good. But also so bad for my opponent, but it feels so good. So yeah, just a lot of this. And I love seeing the green tide. Nice charge in from the board boys on those Nekar warriors. Probably should just get them back so I can get a rear charge. Maybe bounce them on the Necrotech over here. While my my arrow boys start unloading shots into him. And yeah, here comes the Scorpion, trying to cause terror, doing a great job on it. Chasing away units, but pay attention to the Tomb Scorpion, because I'm going to do a little slick play there. Realizing that if you enrage anything, if they're already chasing a unit or something, they will continue to chase it. So I'm going to get that lad chasing those boar boys out of the woods, and then hit him with some boar boys in the spawn, which you can already see coming in. River Trolls, gonna go for the Tomb Scorpion. I was like, no, I need to keep them on the points. We need to get rid of these Nekar warriors. And speaking of that, we got the Orc Shaman making a long bomb, trying to get over here. Centralizing a lot of my units, so in case I can, like, maybe jump on his point. Probably should just have him jump on the midpoint right now, but there's another Tomb Scorpion, and I don't want him to route all the units on the objective. I want him to route them off the objective, or at least have them off, so I can start bringing units from Vanguard or something and put them on the objective. I know that was a lot of on-off objective, but the point is Tomb Scorpions are pretty ass. So if they're going to tear route anything, have it off the objective. That's my hope and plan, and just start shooting the shit out of it. While we have all these other units, I could probably bring in those those Wolf Riders, bow riding Wolf Riders, coming in on the objective while I have all this going down, and we will clean up these Skelly Warriors, no problem with these, with my War Boss and the Trolls. He brings in Arkin, and that's what I'm hoping for. Get those bows on the objective now. Don't have to worry about the Nekar Warriors too badly. I'm just waiting and waiting for my moment for Arkin to come in. We are flipping the side objective, slowly but surely. My opponent's up on value and up on... Oh no, I'm up on value. He's up on points. But I'm slowly trying to get in there. Here come those other Nekar warriors. We're going to get my war boss on the point. No. Not on the point. I'm trying to make it look like I'm trying to get on the point. Trying to triangulate a little thing. Here we go with the Tormentor Sword on top, and then the Fermented. I probably didn't need to do Fermented right away, but now that the Arkin is getting pounced, we bring in the River Trolls, and that's gonna be all she wrote for Arkin. Two Nekar Warriors getting in there, but we're gonna blast them with a nice Brain Buster so they don't get their hits in, and we are just gonna finish the boy. And he's disintegrating, perfect, so he is just done for it. Just done. Get out of here. Yeah, get your last Spirit Leech, you bastard. Here come the Horsemen and the Tomb Scorpions back. We're gonna get those boar boys in there. Probably just, I don't know whether to slow the Tomb Scorpion or finish off the horses. I think the horses are the better call because they have so much more capture weight. And we make a side point with all these nasty. We got Squig Hoppers, we got Wolf Riders, and we got Spider Riders. Just a plethora of cav. And my opponent doesn't have that many spears. Actually, we're looking at the only 2 spear units he brought. And we recaptured his home point, so we're actually going to get a triple cap at this point. Yeah, right there and done it. And that's really going to send my opponent off. We're going to just start flooding into his home objective now, which is boys and arrow boys. Trying to lower any of those spear units, because if you don't bring spears into Greenskins, I don't know what you're doing right. Ah, nice little brain. I think that was a headbutt. Yeah, that was headbutt. Rear charge from the boar boys, and that should collapse those horses. And yeah, as long as he doesn't kill anything, we should be good. And look at the Tomb Scorpion. It's actually losing its fight. That's insane. Man, those things suck. Like, I have not been impressed at them at all. They need, like, a cost decrease or something, man. I am just, I'm baffled why he brought these. I think, man, just like a couple more skelly spears would have been better. Man, those things just suck. I mean, they're a cool unit, cool model indeed. But just, I don't know, I'd rather have anything else instead of them. As if Tomb Kings need better units. I think they're fine as there is, but I mean, there's a lot of factions with a lot of units that could use buffs, right? I just don't know where Tomb Scorpions fit. But yeah. Although Tomb Scorpions need a fix, I think we should get back to it. We are close to... We might actually lose this. We need to retake this. Do we already no, we still have it. He needs to take this. Oh my goodness. He's got all these carrions who aren't really providing capture weight. This is why instead of taking carrions, you should take more horsemen. Because they can still get the rear charges. And carrions are only really good into hitting arrow boys, so they really don't have a profile here to go into. Yeah, other than that, he's just got one Necrotech on here, so we're just going to capture this real fast. He's got Nekar Warriors coming in. He's got the Tube Scorpion. Oh, did I say Necrotech? My bad. He's just got the two Tube Scorpions. Both of them are about to go. He's got these Warriors. He has Carrions in the air who don't know where they want to drop. And yeah, I think that's going to be GG here as soon as I recapture this, and I have more Boar Boys coming in on the side. Immediately throwing in a shit ton of capture weight, and that's it. GG's opponent, GG's. Love the build, actually. A lot different than what I'm used to seeing. Instead of using just the old two kitties with Cetro being one of them, and then, yeah, have fun with that. And then Chosen of the Gods to back them up. I give you props for trying something new. Probably just change out those Carrions to maybe some Skirmish Horsemen and provide support for the Scorpions. Maybe that would be better. Probably would be. And yeah, I think that would have suited better. Way better. Just bring a lot more infantry in the beginning. Instead of horsemen, just have skelly horses with arrows instead of carrions. And then hopefully that will withstand the wog that I'm bringing. Hopefully, hopefully. No guarantees. Alright. Looking over the value. Not too bad for any of this. I do like the Doom and Darkness. That was actually pretty sick. Gotta try that some more myself on certain builds. Especially maybe into skeletons. It might not be too bad. Have them crumble a lot quicker. Who knows? Something to try. Alright folks, we're coming to the end of the video here. If you liked it, come like and sub it, please. We're on the road to 2K and I greatly appreciate it. My goodness. And then join the Discord if you want to see more games like this, show some love on stream, or come play some games. Always want to get new players, whether it's against me or some of the other friends on the channel. Alright folks, with all that said, y'all have a good one. Peace, and goodbye for now.